When I got into drama school, you had to do a piece of Shakespeare and a piece of your own choice. And my drama teacher suggested concert interpretation by Siegfried Sassoon, which is about the first performance of The Rite of Spring. And then I began to read him, obviously, more seriously when I was reading the biogs. And I think the saddest thing of all, in a way, he survived the war. And I think he was sort of rather eclipsed by that. And what do you do when you survive that dreadful experience? What do you do? How do you go on with your life? And always, I think he felt Wilfred Owen was the better poet. And then having to live with being slightly eclipsed by that. That must be very, very hard. And what I realized after we'd cut it, I realized what the real story was. The real story was redemption. And he's looking for redemption. And of course, you can't find it in other people, art, or religion. You can't. You find it in yourself or you do not. And I think that's the thing that drew me to him most unconsciously, because I've been looking for it as well, and I've never found it either. I'm fascinated by memory because I discovered four quartets when I was 18, and about the nature of memory and how do you capture it? How do you indicate that it's not going to be a linear narrative? And you do that in the first 2 minutes of a film. If you don't do it then, it's too late. You've got to do it then. I mean, if you don't believe that lie, then you won't enjoy the film. But you've got to say, this is the way it is. And that's the thing. It's how memory works. Memory isn't linear. It's cyclical. And there's something fascinating about the fact that a single little thing can bring you a flood of memories. How you make sense of that is when you get to write it and when you get to direct it and when you put it in the edit is the most difficult thing of all, because that's when it really tests, have you done your job properly or not? But I love the nature of how we view time passing. So it's actually come out at, I suppose you could say, propitious time, but that by sheer accident. That is by sheer accident. What we've got going on in Ukraine and things like that, that's sheer accident, and it's appalling what's going on there. So the time wasn't chosen. In a way, it chose itself. The use of archive footage was very, very simple and practical. It will always tell you where it wants to go. You just listen to it. You cannot improve on that. Even if you have unlimited funds, you cannot recreate what it was like in the trenches. You simply can't. We had a budget of about 5 million. So there was no question of trying to recreate. And I'd always said, I want the footage, because the footage is so powerful, so beautiful, and so brutal. And the fact that these men carried these heavy hand-cranked cameras into battle beggars belief. But the footage is so moving. Well, I think it's the best thing I've done. We had the most wonderful commitment from everybody. So it ceased really to be mine and it's become ours. But I don't know, something sort of happened on it. I'm not sure what it was, but I've changed. I mean, it was a lovely shoot. We didn't have one problem at all, never. It was just glorious from day one. But it's changed me. And I don't know why. I've no idea why. But I'm very proud of it, and I do think it's the best thing I've done. So if I were to croak tomorrow, it'd be a nice note to go out on. Thank you for coming to see the film. I hope you enjoy it. It was a joy to make, and we've had the most wonderful reactions. All I ask is that you watch it with your heart.